Hey guys, I had kind of a fun video planned for this week, but it didn't kind of really work out that way, so forgive me for looking kind of gross. Um, it's been a pretty hard past few days for me, and I think that just kind of made me want to just talk about some kind of serious things. I want to talk about like mental health a little bit and kind of being alone type thing. Sometimes I don't always have the words to say, so forgive me if I just kind of ramble a little bit. I've suffered my whole life with depression and anxiety. I've had really bad social anxiety for a long time. When it comes to when I can meet people in like a professional setting, it's not really bad at all. But when like say if I'm meeting people to be like potential friends, that's when it's like pretty bad for me. But I've had anxiety and depression my whole life. There was a point in my life a few years ago where my depression had gotten really bad and I didn't really want to do anything other than just like sleep and just kind of exist. Even actually I didn't even want to exist at that time kind of anyways. And it was just a really hard time for me, and I think I kind of convinced myself that I was getting better. Not saying that you can't get better, but I had kind of falsely just put on this front that I was getting better and kind of just like pushing it to the back of my mind and kind of just ignoring it when that's never what you should do at all. I've never talked to a professional about like my issues like a therapist. I've kind of just kept it kind of to myself, and then like sporadically talked to like my siblings about it, because my sister also has been through depression and still kind of goes through it, and it's just a really hard thing to talk about. Growing up, me and my family, like my siblings and stuff, we never really shared our feelings. We never were open about it. We never talked about it. We kind of were just like, yeah, it happened, whatever, like, or just pretend like it didn't happen type thing, which is, I think, not good at all, because it kind of like really like messed it up in the head, I think, a little bit, like mentally and like emotionally, because now it's like so hard for me to talk about my feelings. And I think sometimes when I talk about my feelings, like I'm cool now talking about my feelings because there's nobody around me and I'm talking to like a camera, even though I know people are going to watch it. It's kind of different for me because nobody's looking at me. But if I try to talk to about my feelings in front of people, I just start crying, and I kind of hate that, because it's like embarrassing for me to be upfront about my feelings just because of the way I grew up and everything. And we kind of, like, my family, like I said, we weren't the ones to just like talk about our feelings like that all the time. It's just kind of, we let it build up until we can't hold it in anymore, and that's not a very like healthy thing to do at all. These past couple of days, I feel like I can't do it anymore. I feel like I can't take it anymore. I can't take putting on this front and pretending like I don't feel depressed. I don't feel like I want to die every second, and it's not good. It's not good, because it's gotten to the point where I just like don't really give a shit about anything anymore, and I feel like it's ruining my relationship with my family a little bit. So that's why I'm kind of making this video, to get it out, because I feel like I can't talk to them a little bit, and maybe if they see this, it could start the conversation, because I just don't know how to, and I don't know how to be open like that with my parents, or even fully open with my siblings, because they don't like, ever since one of my older brothers passed away in 2015, they don't like hearing about me wanting to die or wanting to like not be here anymore. They don't like hearing about it, and I get it, but like that's why it's hard for me to be kind of fully open with them, because I'm at that point where I literally just don't give a shit. And the thing is too, is like I feel so stressed out on the inside. People see me as this like can-do positive person that like never gets stressed out, that just has a positive attitude, glass half full type person. And normally I think I am, that type of person that just like everything works out. And I do actually believe that a lot of things happen for a reason. Like no matter how much something sucks in your like the stuff that you go through, I know it hurts and it sucks and it's horrible, but I do kind of believe that it does happen for a reason, because no matter what is happening, it's leading up to a greater purpose. And I do believe that. But I think my brain is just, it's making me just think of all like the bad things, and it's stressing me out, and I really just can't do it anymore. I can't exist anymore, that I feel like. And I would never do anything to harm myself or anything like that, but like it's just kind of like that thing where it's like I really wouldn't care if I woke up or not tomorrow. And I hate that it's gotten to that point in my life where I think like that, and it's really bad. Oh my god, there was like a poem or quote or something I saw on TikTok where it says, "Cursed are those who feel the ocean but can only express a drop." That's me. Like I feel so much on the inside. I feel everything, but I can't express it. And I'm trying to learn how to, and I'm trying to get better at doing that. It's just hard. It's hard. I think a lot of the things that I've been thinking about too is I've been surrounded by people my entire fucking life. Like I've never been alone, so to speak. And feeling alone and being alone are two very completely different things. I feel alone in the sense of I don't have anybody to talk to about how I feel. I don't feel like anybody relates to how I feel. I don't feel like they get it. That's how I feel alone. But I've never, so to speak, I've never been alone, like physically. I've been surrounded by people my entire life. I've always shared a room with my sister, so I've never been alone in that sense. And I love my sister very much. She's my best friend. But like sometimes you do kind of need to be alone. I feel like you do need that as you get older, in a sense, is that you need to have that time alone to kind of just be with yourself. And it's like, no matter what, I don't have a license, I don't have a car, so if I want to go somewhere, I have to ask somebody to take me. And A, they can't always take me, and B, like I'm not alone. Like I can't just be alone. And I know like you can walk. My parents worry so much that every time I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go on a walk alone, they don't want me to. And it's not that they're trying to like control me or do this. I know that they're worried, especially like in this world, like it's so cruel and just horrible. And I get it, but like there's nowhere where I can just be alone, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I just can't be alone. And I feel like I need to kind of do that. And I think this past couple of days, I haven't fully been alone, but like right now I sat out here for a little bit before recording this video, and I'm completely alone. Like there's nobody around me. Being alone when you're constantly surrounded by people is something that I think you desperately need, is just to kind of be in your own space, allow yourself to think for yourself, allow yourself to sit in your own opinions. And because I truly honestly feel like, because I've been surrounded by people my entire life, I have no fucking idea who I am. Like I have no idea who I am and what I actually want to do. And I need that kind of independence, and I need that ability to kind of figure out what the hell I want to do with my life. Because like I said, I have no clue who I am and like what am I meant to do in this world, you know? And I feel like that's kind of like a common thing that people kind of go through, is they have no clue on who they are. Because I've been surrounded by my entire family, like it's always just been us. And like ever since my brother passed too, we've been like we were like always close like this. But ever since my brother passed, it's like this, like at the hip type thing. And not that it's a bad thing, and I don't hate my family whatsoever. I love my family. I would do anything for them. It's just that I feel like as a human being, I need to have that independence, and I need to have that ability to branch off and do my own things. But I think, like I said, because growing up in that closeness with my family, have this constant guilt feeling when I'm doing things on my own. Like, say if I was to go to the movies alone, I'd feel guilty because I didn't bring them with me. And I think that's a problem that I kind of need to work on, and issues that I kind of have. It's a little bit like attachment issues, I think. And because I don't know how to function without them. Who am I without them is something that I need to realize. So I think I'm at that point in my life where I just kind of realize that, and you kind of just have an experience where it just kind of opens your eyes and makes you realize, holy fuck, I'm a human being, and I exist, and I have to take care of myself, and I have to build this future for myself in this world. And I think I've been ignoring kind of that little voice in my head that tells me I need to be independent more and branch off and do my own things. And it's just kind of like, I'm at that point where I just want to do more things on my own, period. I'm 22 years old, and I feel like I haven't done anything with my life. If I was to meet somebody and they start telling me all these stories about, oh, we did this, we used to do this with my family. And I'm like, yeah, I can tell you a shit ton of memories of me and my family, but I can't tell you anything that I've done alone. When I hang out with my family and when we go out to like dinner and stuff like that, or even like when we're just like talking, I kind of feel like it's at that point where I'm just repeating myself to them at that point. Oh, you remember this? And although it's not bad to reminisce on the past, because I love doing that with my siblings, I love reminiscing about our childhood, but I feel like I have nothing new to add, and I hate it. I hate that I don't have any personal life experiences to share with them. And I feel like and I know as a 22-year-old, that's still like pretty young, and I still have this time to change that. And I think that's why I'm at that point in my life right now where I'm like, something needs to change, otherwise I'm going to be stuck in the same position forever. And I think that first step was me starting this like YouTube channel and continuing videos and stuff like that, because I feel like it's mine and I can say what I want. Like posting this video, I can say what I want, I can post what I want on my channel. And I think like I said, I just need to be okay with being alone and doing things alone and figuring out who I am, because like you'll never know what you can do until you do it. Like you never know your limits until you test them. And I think that's kind of crazy to me, because I never fucking leave the house, and it's terrifying because I never really go anywhere. I don't have any friends in real life. The only friends I have are my siblings, and not that that's a bad thing. I love my siblings, but I don't have any like personal friends in real life, and I don't have a fucking job right now, which is bad. So that just like adds onto the never leaving the house. I kind of feel like that's why I don't know how to make friends. I think that's kind of why I don't know how to be in social situations. I don't know how to act. I feel like I'm really awkward, and it's not a good vibe. I don't know how to hold a conversation, and it bothers me. I don't know how to make friends. I don't know how to act in social situations, and I hate it so much. It's kind of hard. Like I said, it's hard for me to express how I feel. I have all these feelings on the inside, and I don't know how to get them out. And I feel like kind of useless, being completely honest. Like that's the best word I can use. I feel fucking useless. I have no personality. I feel like I'm lazy, and I feel like I have no ability to interact socially. Nothing is interesting about me. Like that's what I think too, and I'm like, oh, I have no friends. Who the fuck would want to be friends with me? I have nothing interesting to contribute. I'm just kind of here. I just kind of take up space, and I hate it. I hate it so much. Because I was talking about the other day, I am really insecure about myself. I'm insecure about everything about myself. I'm insecure about my body. I'm insecure about my face. I'm insecure about I shaved my eyebrows the other day because it's been a while, and I shaved them. I shaped them, and I'm insecure about that I like fucked them up and they look bad. I'm insecure about the way my hair looks. I'm insecure about my smile. I'm insecure about my ears. I'm insecure about my voice. I'm insecure about my laugh, especially my laugh, because I feel like I have an obnoxious ass laugh, and it's like loud, and it's just irritating, so I don't really like laughing out loud. And I'm insecure about like everything about myself. Like I'm insecure, The only thing that I'm 100% certain about and that I love about myself, I think, is my sense of humor. And I think that kind of like held me together all these years is just comedy. And I know that's such like a cliche thing to say, oh, comedy helped me cope, but it's such a real thing to experience when all you have is comedy, you know? And that's why I joke about a lot of things. And I don't know, I'm just like, I feel like nobody really listens when I try to have a conversation about stuff like this. I feel like nobody's really listening to me. They're just kind of hearing the bad things about them, or they just kind of feel like, I feel like nobody's really listening to me, and they just kind of are interpreting it how they want, and the conversation just ends up being about them. And I fucking hate that. I hate it so much. That's why I just like keep it to myself, and I don't really talk about it, because I'm like, I'd rather suffer in silence and sit here and be having like a breakdown on the inside than having a conversation with somebody where I'm trying to express how I feel and then they just make the conversation about them. I can't do it. I will not do it, which is why I'm just making this video. So I feel like if somebody sees this, they're going to relate and they're gonna have similar experiences. And I'm sorry that you have those experiences. I would never wish for people to experience what I experienced, but I feel like people are going to relate and they're going to understand what I'm saying. And you know what, feel free to comment on the video and like tell me how you feel, tell me how you dealt with it, if you're still in that situation, or if that's something that you moved past. Let me know, because I want to hear about it. You're valid in how you feel. You shouldn't allow people to tell you that you aren't valid in how you feel. And yeah, just, if you're constantly surrounded, if you're like me, you're constantly surrounded by people, take that time to be alone and kind of discover yourself again, find yourself, figure out who you are, what you want in life. Do truly believe that we only get one chance at life. I honestly believe that we only get one chance, and I feel like I'm just wasting it. Yeah, that's all I really have to say. And I hope it helps, even if it helps one person feel okay in how they're feeling. My life is made, you know. That's why I make these videos. I make videos to make people laugh, to let them know that they're valid and that they can feel how they feel. So if it helps at least one person, I'm good. Yeah, that's it for this week.